Hello and welcome to the next installment of Family Funday. I'm Elise Solomon, the Director of Learning and Engagement at the Taft Museum of Art, and today's project is inspired by Hawk, a Chinese ceramic that was created around 1760 in the Qing Dynasty. So I love looking at colorful sculptures like this. Take a closer look at the feathers. What colors do you see? When I look at works like this, I always wonder why the artist made decisions to use those sort of colors. What kind of colors did that person use? Well, today you get to be the artist and create a work of art that's inspired by this colorful sculpture. All right, let's get started. So, what do you need for this project today? So, this is actually a project that would be pretty simple for kids to do on their own. So, parents and adults, this is what you can do to kind of get the kids started. So first off, you need to make sure you have some paper plates. If you don't have paper plates, you could also cut some cardboard into circles, anything like that. That would work just fine, but paper plates are a nice, easy thing to use. You need some paint. So I'm using some acrylic paint, which I think would work the best for this project. But if you have tempera, that would be fine too. You need something that's going to stick stick on the paper pretty good. You'll need some tape or some glue. Some string of some sort. I'm using twine, some scissors, and then these are sort of optional if you want to, and I'll show you what you can do with them later. But you could use some markers or some paintbrushes, things like that. That would be fine. And then you'll also need a hole punch. And again, if you don't have a hole punch, that's also totally fine. You could just cut a hole into this once you're finished, and that will be totally fine. We are going to be blending paint. And so the fun thing is we get to use all sorts of different colors and see how they do when they're blended next to each other. But the fun thing is you really don't actually need any painting utensils. I have the paintbrushes here optional, totally optional, but I think this is kind of more fun to see what happens when you don't use them. So let's go ahead and get started here. I really love lots of color. And so I'm going to use all of the colors of the rainbow. So we start with, and this is a part, parents, if you need to, or adults, you can totally step away. So what we're doing is we're taking our paint directly from the tube and putting it onto our paper. Less is more. That's always the saying that we use in the art room. You really don't need a whole lot. It's just a little bit. So do we know what the colors of the rainbow are? Well, they are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. The beautiful thing is that these colors work in different ways with each other. So if you put them next to each other, they also create different colors when they touch and blend together. All right, so we're on blue here. If you have some black or white, you could also add that in there. I'm doing this sort of in a, sort of like a dial, but you could honestly do it however you want to. And if you want to, you could also just use 2 or 3 colors. You don't have to do all of these. You can add more. All right, so this is how I've got mine. So you see, again, it's not all the paint. It's just a little bit. And you can kind of experiment with this, which is what I think is kind of fun about it too. All right, and so word of the wise, another lesson in colors. If you add too much black, it'll totally take over everything. If you have all of the colors all together, mixed together with a lot of paint, it also turns out kind of muddy. So that's why it's fun to kind of experiment and do less, see where the process is. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do, we're going to smush our plates together. This is the fun part. All right, so you see I'm pressing my hands on both sides, and then we're going to twist. All right, 1, 2, 3, a twist, that's probably enough. Now, the big reveal, let's see what we got. Ooh, beautiful. So that's what we got with all of the colors. And you see how they've kind of swirled around and met with each other. And you can see what the different colors look like when they blend together. So what's next? So we're gonna let these dry. Put them right there. And I happen to have a finished product for you right here, or a dry one. So here's one I made earlier. So we are going to take our scissors. I'm using my big adult scissors, but little kid scissors would be fine for this too. Cutting into this thing if you want to. All right, so I have cut out this circle. It's okay if I got a little on the edge here, just trimming right off. All right, we're gonna do the next one here. All right, beautiful. Ta-da! You could also do this with flat paper too, and I think it would be really pretty. Okay, so on the back sides of this, we are going to take our tape. Like I said, glue would work really well with this. Glue sticks, Elmer's white glue would be fine, school glue is fine. So, got some tape on there. Here's my other side. We're going to stick them together. All right, so there we go. We have a nice, beautiful ornament here. All right, we're gonna use the hole punch. Like I said, if you don't have a hole punch, you can totally use scissors. Let's see, do I have preference? Not really. Let's put it right here. All right, we have our hole punch. We are going to use some string here. String it through. We're making a little ornament that you can hang in your window, on your fridge, in a room, anything like that. On your pantry. That might work. That might be where mine go. We'll see. All right. And I did a little slip knot there to tie it off. And here we go. Here is our beautiful blended paint ornaments here. They're really fun, twisted paint ornaments. So I'll show you a few examples of things that I've done too, if you want to extend the project, because that can be pretty quick. So here, I actually used some of the plate border and drew some decorations around mine. I just actually did one cut out one border from one plate, and then this other plate is just the circle, and I just drew a border around it. Another thing too is I decided that I wanted to maybe draw in the negative space, in the white space. And so I made some doodle drawings around my paint. And you can also see in this one too that I used only 3 colors. I used primary colors, and so that way I could see what happened with those paints and what happened when those colors blended together. So we have these options here, all sorts of really fun ways to do this project. So I hope you enjoy. If you'd like to see more videos like this, check out taftmuseum.org, check us out on social media, and #TaftMuseumDiscovered. So until next time, we'll see you later.